Good morning. The article I will present you today with the title Don't Let Mountain of Homework Take Away Your Childhood by Tô Thủy Diễm Nguyên. She is the Microsoft Education Specialist in Vietnam. So I found this article in one of the newspaper page in Vietnam, and there is no English translation for this one, but I see that it's really good article, so I translate it by myself. So this one is the translator I make by myself. Another one I will get the link for you later with the original article in Vietnamese. You can so this one is the original article. Vietnam Net is the page of the newspaper, and then you can translate by automatically click and translate English, and then you can read, or you can read my translation version. So let's come back to our article. Before, let me give some background information about the education in Vietnam. So the education in Vietnam really focus on grade, which is those who study hard, do more homework, and then they get a high score. And really we focus on smart children, which is those who can have the high level of evaluating and analysis the problem. Okay, so let's check out our topic today. So at the beginning of the article, she mentioned that if you ask kids in Vietnam, is every day of school is the happy day or the good day, and she believed that 99 of them say no. Why? Because in Vietnam, parents really focus on education, which is they expect that their children will do better in the school. So here you can read that wish to study and do well enough to have 10 points every 10 boys, which is like 100%, do better than neighbor children, which is comparative with other students, to pass the college and to study major with a lot of money. So the last reason they want to get the better education is money, to get the better life in Vietnam. Yes. The first idea, the author say, homework is the obsession, which is when children get a lot of homework, or they need to learn more with the homework and solving the problem, is to oppress the children. The biggest oppress that both I and you all have is a amount of the work assigned by the teacher to complete after return home. So in Vietnam, teacher give a lot of homework for children. Okay, even though they're like only kindergarten or primary, they also have the homework also. And here the author say that the homework of one student, they have 5 classes in a day. Okay, so every class they have a lot of homework, like more than 4 or 5. Okay, more than that. And then what's the problem? When the children go back home, parents are the one who help children to do the homework. So when children cannot do it, children can ask parents, mom or dad, how can I do this one? And then the parents are the one who help children. However, one of the things that the author state that parents did not have the pedagogical expertise, which is they don't have the experience, they don't have knowledge, and they don't have enough skill to help children with the assignment and exercise that they have in the class. Why? Because as my experience in the education in Vietnam, in the class, teacher will teach you what's the theory and how you use that theory, how to use the formula to apply. So in the class, you already do the exercise for applying level of the Bloom's taxonomy, if you want to know about it. So already in the class we have like applying level already, and then when we go home, teacher will give us the higher level, for example like analysis or evaluating the problem. So the level of homework, how high it was, is increasing when they bring back to home to do. So that's why parents sometimes they don't have enough skill and they don't have enough knowledge to help children to solve the problem. Another thing is that studying hours in Vietnam is a lot compared to other country. 8 hours at school. So from 7 they study as the secondary. So from 7 to 11:20, and after that they begin again from 1 until 5. So around 8 hours at school. So after that they need to go back home and do the homeworks around like 2 or 3 hours to complete their study task. Too hard and unscientific. So the homework is super hard, and I think more than 2 or 3 hours. After that, the author said that too much homeworks are unscientific learning activity. So what does it mean by unscientific? Which is like it's not helpful, it's not effective for student to help student to have the better skill or knowledge. So why she say that? She's stay one example here. Even though they are qualified, they use the complete lack of pedagogy. I used to know that there were parents who were pharmacists but could not teach grade A chemistry to their children. So we can see that even they have like bachelor degrees or something else, but the level of student for particular subject in secondary school or high school is very hard, because they use higher level, like applying higher than that, evaluating or analysis. And the first that she state, firstly, what teacher need to do is for children to prepare a lesson with the directional question, not advanced exercise. Okay, not advanced exercise. For student and parent to swim together, which is like to work together. The homework for student, but somehow parents do the homework with children also. To form the advanced knowledge and learning skill, we need to organize classroom interaction, collaboration activity under the supervision of the education. So here she said that education in the class is not that effective, and the homework is like useless because it's advanced exercise. It's not helpful for children because parents and children do together. So it's the point. So here she state the learning hours in Vietnam which students need to spend in the school. So like 6 a.m. to need to get up before 7. So 7 we start the class at 7 and finish around 5 p.m. Then we have lunch between that. So we see that the learning hours really hard compared to Thailand. Thailand only like 3:30. And here she states some point that the second point is that both parent and school are determined to reduce homework, reduce tutoring, but try for children to practice curtain sport and be done every day. So her opinions that don't give students too much time for study. Let them have another activity, sport or play with their school or their friends. Okay, and here she states one of the important things that children have to have or learn beside of the theory. So they need to have the citizenship, understanding, collaboration, communication, creatively or critical thinking or leadership, digital, problem solving. So she said that beside of having kind of theory and assignment in advanced level, we should teach children these kind of things. She said that should not teach children what, which is theory, but teach children about how, which is how they can do practical, more practice. Okay, and the last one, her point is that learning activities that students do not do outside the classroom are activity teaching essay. So presentation, practical, the same thing. She said no, in the class not good, we need to study outside. And then lastly, she stated the role of the parents. Role as parent. So how parents help students to improve their learning. Okay. So one of the things that parents, please don't lock kids in the school box. which is, don't let them study too much, let them have others activity and learning goes behind. And then study day and night of the mountain homework that one took away our childhood. Should I want to repeat with our children or our students? So she said that, the same thing. Should not give students too much homework because it's the oppression. So as the summary for this one, the main ideas of this article say that giving lots of homework for children is oppression, taking away their childhood. But somehow she didn't know, like she didn't say how much is, how many is a lot of homework. The second main idea is that homework is not suitable for student learning level. It's ineffectively. And the last one is we should teach practice rather than theory. Okay, and I think this one is more related to critical race pedagogy, which is against the banking education, where students just memorizing and just remember the theory in the class. So this on my presentation for today. Thank you.